If you have played Gears of War at all, then you are probably familiar with Cliff Bleszinski. He is better known as Cliffy B, although I think I read someplace that he's trying to distance himself from that nickname. Apparently, he is making a new online game through his new publisher, which is Nexon. Nexon's a Tokyo-based publishing company, and he has made his own development studio he calls Boss Key Productions. He made that studio back in 2014, and now he looks like he's getting ready to announce their first game. And that first game, well, we don't know the name of it. Apparently, Polygon reported that the name of the game was going to be The Shattering, which makes sense because the website that was posted today, theshattering.nexon.net, that makes a lot of sense that that's the name of the game. However, Cliff Bleszinski announced on Twitter that that was in fact incorrect. That's not the name of the game. Up until now, everybody's been calling it Project Blue Streak. Is this game going to be different than Gears of War? That's my main question. That's what I'm hoping for. Now, Gears of War, if you've not played it, was a third-person shooter. This game, which until they tell us what the name is, I'm going to call it The Shattering. Shattering is supposed to be a first-person shooter. Gears of War took place out in space. The Shattering looks like it takes place on Earth, or some version of Earth. There's an image on the website that you can see if you go to theshattering.nexon.net. It's got these really almost painted, it looks like it's painted, picture of a city on fire. And as you look between the buildings, you can see the wreckage on its way out to the ocean. There's like a boardwalk with a Ferris wheel and stuff like that. And you can see these, it looks like large birds. Maybe those are not birds. I can't tell. And then you can see a bunch of stuff that's on fire. So that's what is at the Shattering. Now, the reason I'm talking about that today is because on this website, we have a few announcements that are on their way to us. Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern, we're going to see some announcement about the game. Hopefully we'll have a title at that point. Then again on Tuesday at the same time. And then on Wednesday, same bat time, same bat channel. So when we see these announcements, we should know a lot more. Now, back to what I was talking about before is that I'm hoping that it's different from Gears of War. A lot of people have high praise for Gears of War, and they should. Gears of War is a technically impressive game, very tight controls, excellent art direction. It's just none of the choices that they made in that game were the choices that I would have made. For instance, their art direction, all of their characters are very big and chunky dudes. I would describe them as dude bros. And these dude bros are huge dudes, super muscly and very, very chunky. It looks really well done. It's very well executed, but it's not what I would have chosen. I don't really like that art style. It doesn't mean it's a bad art style. It just means it didn't click with me. It definitely clicked with a lot of people. A lot of people think Gears of War is fantastic looking. Another thing about the art style with Gears of War that I didn't really like was all of the muted tones. Lots of browns, lots of grays, very little color. Now, the picture that you can see at the website shows lots of color, and that interests me a lot. I'm happy to see that, and I hope that carries forward. Another thing about Gears of War that wasn't really for me is the over-the-top violence. I'm okay. I can deal with over-the-top violence if it adds to the story. Let me give you an example. In Tomb Raider, the violence in that is ridiculous and over the top. It's especially the ways that she dies, but it adds a lot more tension to the game by having that there. as opposed to in Gears of War, there's a chainsaw attached to your gun so that you can, attack with the chainsaw. That's not really something that interests me. So I hope that they're going to take some definite diversions from Gears of War. One thing that they're definitely diverting from is Gears of War is a third-person shooter, and this is a first-person shooter, reportedly. I think that's cool too. I like being able to see characters, but I also don't like it when a character is occluding some of the screen and I'm trying to shoot. And that's one thing about first-person shooters I really do like. So we'll see what happens there. Again, it's Boss Key Productions is the production company, and the publisher is Nexon. Now, my next question is this game going to be coming to the consoles, or will it be coming to the PC, or will it be doing both? I really hope that it comes to the PC. I don't care if it comes to the consoles, one way or the other, but I really hope it comes to the PC. Now, Cliff Bleszinski has a lot of experience working with Microsoft. I fear that the game will be exclusive to the Xbox One. I don't like exclusivity. I like the games to be on all the platforms. That way, everybody can play them. I just think that that's good business. Now, what might happen is either Sony or Microsoft will probably approach Nexon, and they'll say, "Look, you lock up the rights to this game for our platform exclusivity, either a time to delay exclusivity or a full exclusivity, and we'll give you a bunch of money." That's hard to walk away from. I understand why developers and publishers do this. I just think it's a mistake, and I think that it's best if more people can play the game. Another question is a lot of these games, a lot of newer games these days are making, especially online-based games, are becoming more and more free to play. So is this game going to be a free-to-play game, or is it a game that you'll go into a store and buy? Or in the case of, is it going to be on PC that you'll download from Steam and buy that way? I don't know. Hopefully we'll find something out on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So let me know what you guys think about this news about The Shattering and Cliffy B's new game.